Alrighty, what is up guys? My name is iGrindGames and iGrindGames, and in today's video we're going to be going on about Anime Warriors Combat, as it is going to be releasing in early access very soon, and very soon after that the full release of the game, so you can all play it. And this video is just going to be pretty much trying to describe the game a little bit, give you a beginner's guide. Now, I haven't played the game much myself, but I do have a rough overview of the game which will help you guys when you first get in. So it won't have everything, but it will have the majority of the features in the game and a little explanation on what everything means. So if you enjoy these videos, make sure to like, subscribe and comment if I missed anything. But yeah, basically just going to have some stuff in the background going over what the game is, and I'm going to talk over it. So starting off, the game does have a lot of features similar to games like Anime Champions and Anime Fighters. So first they have dungeons, which you need to get dungeon tickets. Now you can only get these tickets from the tower mode at the moment, so they're finding new ways of getting them, because obviously you can get soft lock later on when you can't go any further, so then you can't get any more tickets. So you can do different maps and you can do different difficulties, and you basically just get better rewards depending on the difficulty that you do. But obviously, since nobody's completed the dungeon, I can't actually show you the gameplay, but that's basically the whole point of it. The different maps, you get different rewards, harder the difficulty, better the rewards. So this is going to help you evolve your units and get some pretty cool, other items in your inventories. So it's a pretty cool feature that they've added. I'll do a separate video on that later on for you guys, so don't you worry about that on exactly how that works. So there's also this album thing where you can collect your mythics and bosses, and then you get gems for it. Now we've got talents. So these are kind of like the stats in your characters that aren't traits. So I believe there's 4 different ones, as you can see on screen: damage, movement, attack and critical damage. So obviously, like any game, you can roll on them, you can lock the ones you don't want to use, and you kind of want to get the highest possible. I don't know what the highest is, it's S something, but I don't know exactly. So you also get these key looking things, or like microchips, which you can get these everywhere, from playtimes, from dungeon rewards. I'm pretty sure you get from tower rewards as well. And the higher rarity you get them, the better chance you have of pulling a higher letter. So like, if you've got a grey one or uncommon or whatever it starts with, I think rare maybe, you're probably more likely to get C's. But then you could get S's if you get these better ones like I do, which are obviously purchasable with Robux if that is an option. But you can get them quite a lot of times, in a lot of ways, doing it free to play. Then you got the traits, which obviously, like in any game, you get 1 trait. I don't believe this game has 2, because I know some options do that, but here they are on screen if you want to check them out. Kind of the general ones that every game has. And you also get these traits from playtime, from towers, from completing quests. Well, not necessarily the dungeon quests, but other quests in the game. And if you do the codes, which I'll put on screen at the start of the video, they will also give you some cool units and some potions and traits and stuff that you definitely want to use when you start with the game, because they will help out a ton. But yeah, these are the rare ones. So you're obviously going to have your luck builds and you're going to have your damage builds. So you obviously want your luck on the lower level units that aren't your main set, and then you want the damage ones to be the ones when you're grinding coins and trying to get the drops, doing the dungeons, doing the towers. But as for actually just AFK opening, the units and the stars, you're going to want a luck build. So there's kind of 2 different ones that you want to go for in this game. So obviously if you get luck on a good unit, it's pretty unfortunate, but it is what it is. You guys can figure out your own, and the game is a bit buggy at the moment, so I did just spawn underneath the map, but if this happens you can easily just switch teleporters to different islands and it'll be all okay. But they should get fixed on the actual EA or the release. So as for the actual tower mode as well, I can't currently play that at the moment, because the game's down. But it's basically where, just like in other games like ACS and AFS, you go through different towers of continually harder bosses and mobs, and then every so many waves you get rewards. There's also level rewards, which you can see on the screen. So this gives you an incentive to keep playing the game even if you are maxed out, to get these rewards. So you get gems, you get traits, and you get the microchip talent things. So this is really helpful, because it didn't take me that long to get to this level, and you're already getting quite a few rewards. So once you start playing the game properly, getting all the best units, you're going to be leveling up like crazy, especially if you've got boosts on. So yeah, this is a nice feature that they didn't have to add, but they have. So it's a little help in here and there. So yeah, here's the tower mode. I don't know what the cap is at the moment. The cap for level units, by the way, is 60 if that's not changed. So that's the max level at the moment. It's probably going to change in the future though. And it was quite easy to get in early access, so I can imagine they're going to rebalance later on. And obviously as well, there's these follow rewards, which if you follow the owners or the devs or whatever they are, you get a little 10% boost. So these are definitely going to be worth to do as soon as you get in the game. Whether they work at the moment, they didn't work for me, but again, it's early access, so they might not have had it coded in. But you can try when you first get in, because you know, over time that's going to be a definite big W for the fact you get them for free as well. You can buy emotes if you want. There is also a merchant which changes his shop every so often, where you can get, like, you know, tickets, Evo crates, or Evo items more so, that can help you get your units evolved, as you can see. So, you know, I don't know exactly what the limit goes to on what items can you actually get from them, but I believe it's Mythics Plus that can get evolved, or the majority of them, which are pretty cool, and I imagine it would change the stats, change the avatar of it. Haven't seen shiny units yet. I don't know if they give a buff. I'd imagine they give a slight one, but it is at least definitely cosmetic wise. But as you can see, you get the souls from killing bosses, so that's basically what it is. So depending on the map you get the mythical, you're probably going to have to kill bosses from that map itself. But then you can craft these extra items. You can also craft boosts with the lower ones, so that's pretty cool as well. So yeah, you basically kill the bosses, you kill the mobs, you get all these like rewards and stuff, like the items, and then you use those to craft the mythics as shown here. It also improves the talent stats a bit, so you probably want to get them to at least A or S when you evolve it, so then, you know, it can actually be a really, really overpowered stat unit. So yeah, as you can see, you still need a lot of the embers, you still need some of the craftable things. So some things you don't need to craft and some things you do, so it's a bit of both. It seems like quite a lot of grinding, but to be fair, you're quite high level like I'm going in one of the earlier maps to get one of those mythics up. Killing the boss and getting those souls probably isn't going to be that hard, to be honest, but the later maps might be a bit difficult, especially if they rebalance stuff. But there isn't that much more to be said. Obviously there's also the skill tree, which by playing the game you can get stats upgrades on your inventory, on your damage, on your coins, on your multipliers and everything, but you guys can see that yourself. But it is literally just in the stat place that you can see with the blue 2 arrows. But that is honestly pretty much it. I'm going to leave the rest for you guys to explore yourself, but that's pretty valid of what the video is. Every map you get quests to get a cool mount, so that's where you get them from. But without further ado, that's been me, I'm out, peace. But actually, real quick before I go, I actually just want to mention a couple more things that I found out before I actually made this video. So, number one, auto sell I didn't know was an option, but you can go in settings and turn on specific rarities that you want to get rejected, because I thought it was a bit of a problem that I didn't think you could, because you can't exactly click on the units you buy when you go up to the thing itself. So yeah, you do that in settings. So for number two as well, there is index rewards that you can claim, which gives you gems and all other sorts of stuff as well, so that is also cool in itself. Secondly, or thirdly, I don't know, it's just basically there's a lot of stuff that we're not really too sure of at the moment, so it doesn't have everything and stuff is likely to change. But as for the majority of stuff that I've shown you, if you can get the black Gokus or the pink, whatever they are, from the store, I'd 100% get them, because they are really good help at the start of the game. Second of all, as for the rewards are really good. The items, I'd save your boost until the last part of the game, otherwise you'll waste them, because I think it's better to use them once you have your max loadout. Secondly, or thirdly, whatever it is, there is secrets in the game. So when you check the units, when you actually check the egg itself, it shows you the units if you press on something. I don't recall exactly, but you can get secrets in this game. I imagine you can evolve them, not too sure. You can figure that out on your own. But yeah, you can get secrets, so they are going to be busted. And I'm pretty sure there's at least 1 or 2 on every map. So good luck grinding, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace.